Yo, was that? Bardock?
Bardock!
Bardock?
Bardock!
Bardock?
Bardock!
Yes, guys, it looks like Bardock might be returning to Dragon Ball Super. It's tiny bit of a possibility. We're back talking about Dragon Ball. Now, I know this is a flashback or a dream that Granola was having, but maybe he's got something against Bardock. We don't know what Granola's technology is. Can he bring people back from the dead? Is he going to talk about Bardock? If we do get him back in the Dragon Ball Super manga, there's a good chance it'll probably be mostly flashback. We don't know for sure that that was Bardock, but I mean, I think it was definitely a cameo or a little Easter egg. Let's talk about this chapter though, because we're getting some spoilers in for Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 68, and we're getting some backstory for Granola. We get to learn what his race is called, and we also see Ultra Instinct Goku getting ready to battle Whis. On the opening page, we see a planet in ruins, and we see a bunch of Frieza spaceships with a bunch of fighters jumping out, murdering all of these innocent aliens, which we learn are actually called Cerealians. So I guess that's how you pronounce it. So granola is a cereal kind of thing. His partner oatmeal is like a breakfast cereal. So they're called Cerealians. Cereal aliens. We see a bunch of great apes coming out, causing destruction. Obviously, so Saiyans are invading this planet during the timeline where they're under Frieza's regime. One of them busts through the ceiling of this building that presumably Granola was in or sleeping in, and you see this Ozaru point his face through the hole in the building, and he's got this scar on his face, which is identical to Bardock. So most likely, this was a cameo, but I'm really hoping that they bring Bardock in for some Dragon Ball Super, because he's a fan favorite character. He's badass. We've seen that Dragon Ball Super is doing this a lot with fan service, bringing back old characters like Broly, giving us Gogeta, stuff like that. Like, they're kind of taking note of like, how do we keep fans interested in Dragon Ball Super? Well, let's give them a lot of epic stuff from the past that we know that they love, right? So if they do end up bringing Bardock back to life, or he's in this arc somehow, fans are gonna love it. I know I am, so I'm really hoping that this is more than just a cameo. So before the dream goes any further, Granola wakes up from his slumber, and his partner Oatmeal asks if he'd been dreaming again. So Granola, I guess he's terrorized by his past. He's kind of like, I guess, one of the last of his civilization. I guess him and Oatmeal may potentially be the last two Cerealians that are left in the entire universe. And it's very clear here his entire motive now. So the Saiyans' old antics is catching up with them yet again. We have yet another character who hates Saiyans. It's going to be his entire goal, once he finds out Goku and Vegeta are alive, to erase the Saiyans, right? So my first thought before we got the translations for these spoilers was that he's a Tuffle and that this is going to be Baby Arc 2.0. I think it very well still may be like a Baby Arc 2.0. Technically, GT is not canon, although the word canon being used in Dragon Ball isn't like, it's not something that you can really rely on, because like Toriyama never told us exactly what's canon and what's not. And seeing as how Toyotaru likes to take elements from other arcs and kind of redo them for Dragon Ball Super, I think him using a baby arc has a lot of potential here. Granola, responding to his buddy Oatmeal, says that everything's fine. Yeah, he's having these bad dreams, but they captured the OG 7-3, which they need for their end goal, which we're going to learn is to, I guess, revive or create the ultimate warrior. Oatmeal asks Granola, do you still hate Frieza and his army? And Granola says yes. So this is his entire purpose for living. This is his entire purpose for, I guess, this arc. He's the survivor. He's one of the only living survivors of the Cerealians, and his goal is going to be to take on Frieza and the Saiyans. But as he's conversing with his buddy Oatmeal, they're talking about how Frieza is dead and the Saiyans were wiped out by a meteor, so I guess you shouldn't worry about that anymore. But Granola is wondering, why am I still having these dreams and these nightmares then, and these flashbacks, if the Saiyans and Frieza are gone? Well, it's gonna surprise you, Granola. While you're flying out there in space, Frieza's alive, and he's rebuilding his army. So as we saw at the end of Dragon Ball Super, Frieza came back to life, and he's rebuilding his army. Goku promised that, you know, if Frieza gets out of line, he'll be there again. And now Goku's got mastered Ultra Instinct, so, you know, Frieza's not going to be a problem. But he's in for a rude awakening, because wait till he finds out that both Frieza's alive with his army rebuilding, and there's a planet called Earth with a whole bunch of super powerful Saiyans, right? Now, until this point, he doesn't know that Frieza and the Saiyans are alive, but like, I'm thinking that perhaps in this chapter, while he's flying out there in space, he may very well bump into Frieza. And I think once he sees and knows that Frieza and the Saiyans are alive, he's going to create this ultimate warrior, which is a couple lines from these translations. The greatest warrior ever will be born, or something along those lines. While I don't know if the enemy is Granola himself, maybe he'll fuse with OG-73, maybe he's going to go back to his home world where there's some ultimate warrior there and he needs OG-73 to unlock or release him. Most likely it's going to be some super android, I'm guessing, something like that, because 7-3 is an android. So maybe we're going to get some sort of like Super 17 arc leading into a baby arc, kind of like how with the Moro arc we did, the Namek arc leading into the Cell arc. I really think it's big time possible here. And as we go on into the rest of this chapter, we see that Goku is actually training with Whis. What are Goku and Vegeta going to do if there's no threat? They're going to be training, obviously. But they're trying to catch the Oracle Fish because he needs an injection. He needs an injection because he's unable to sleep, which Whis says is usually the sign of a bad omen. I wonder what that bad omen could be. But Whis says, you know, don't worry about it, it's probably just nothing, to which Goku gets upset and sad because he was really looking forward to fighting some more strong guys. Silly Goku, when will you learn? So then Goku just pops on Mastered Ultra Instinct, Perfect Ultra Instinct, whatever you want to call it these days, and he just continues his training with Whis. He flies up into the air. This is going to be really exciting to see. I guess we're going to find out exactly how much above Goku Whis actually is. Goku has the power of the gods. He's using Ultra Instinct. It doesn't put any strain on his body, and we've seen how powerful it makes him when Moro attacked and just shattered his hand trying to punch Goku's chest. So with that level of a power upgrade, is he going to be able to land a hit on Whis? They're both kind of in perfect mastered Ultra Instinct now. What exactly, how is that fight going to go down? I mean, that's really exciting to kind of just see right there. And Goku just darts off into the sky, so it's going to be some crazy like Ultra Instinct aerial battle. I mean, I'm down to see that. And apparently somewhere among these translations, Vegeta isn't worried about Ultra Instinct Goku because he said he's going to surpass Goku in his own way. So he's still saying this. So what is Vegeta going to get? I mean, he's going to get some sort of new form, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It would have been nice if his spirit training on Yardrat boosted him to the level of Ultra Instinct so he could keep up with Goku, but as we talked about in the Moro arc reviews, Vegeta's so far behind Goku now. Like, what could he possibly get to make him equal to Goku or beyond? Like, I don't know what else there is. I'm sure Toyotaro in this arc is gonna do something, you know, to boost Vegeta. So I think without a doubt, we can look forward to Vegeta getting a boost in this arc, whether it's some new evolution of Blue or something like that. Hopefully he gets Ultra Instinct on his own. I think fans really love to see that, but it appears that Toyotaro really wants to give Vegeta his own direction and not just have it Ultra Instinct be another Saiyan transformation that Vegeta also gets. It appears he wants to give Vegeta something of his own, which I'm cool with. I really wish it would have been some sort of like spirit form or something like that. I mean, I think that would have been Spirit Saiyan or so, I don't know. We also got these 4 new fighters who are undoubtedly villains. And I mean, they don't really look that powerful. I don't know. What do you guys think about the designs? But undoubtedly, these are gonna be more than likely Granola's allies or minions. They could be Cerealians. So there could be just like a group of Cerealians left, but I don't know how strong they could be if just the ancient Saiyans were able to wipe them out with ease. Are these androids? Is the one in the middle the strongest warrior the universe has ever seen? It doesn't really look like it. He kind of looks like Hearts a little bit from Dragon Ball Heroes. I mean, these guys really look like Dragon Ball Heroes characters. So we'll have to see how powerful they are and what their story is. But whatever the case, Granola has OG-73. He's probably going to run into Frieza. He's probably going to go back to his planet. I'm guessing that's where this android is that he needs to create or revive. It could be some sort of fusion between Granola and OG-73, possibly, and it would create some new kind of character. But I feel like he's going to use OG-73 to like revive or create some new ultimate android, which somehow is going to be the power of the gods, right? Like, I mean, it's not, it doesn't make sense. Like, how could a robot be as strong as a god? It's just silly to me. But Toyotaro is going to figure out some way to do it. Unless he's able to use OG7, maybe it's some ancient god or something, you know, who really knows? We'll have to find out as the full chapter will come out in a week. So when we get to that point, I'll make a video talking about it and letting you guys know. I'm Mastar. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you on the next one.